A decade. Wait, that's what it says. I think it's called A Decade of Pony. Man, I'm guessing this is just going to be behind the scenes of, well, making the pony content, and then they're going to talk about their journey through these 9 seasons. I wish it was only 7. Well, first of all, I would have wished it was only 3, then only 5, and then only 7, and yeah. So I'm kind of like, man, season 8 and 9 should never have happened. They should have retired the show at season 7. So, but I am interested to listen and watch what they themselves think. Well, obviously, it's just going to be positive stuff. Obviously. Now, future of pony content on my channel. What I plan on doing is, first I'm going to do a video where I do 9 lists of every episode that I liked in each respective season. And you know what? When that video comes out, I'll actually gonna talk about this. There's no point in doing it here. So let's just start.
You never expect a job to go more than a season. 3 seasons is a success.
Part of me thought this is definitely going to run a few seasons. I don't think anybody anticipated 9 seasons.
I mean, it's rare that you get to produce
No,
a show
I don't think
that
anyone
hits
did.
like this one has.
It's so rich of a world, there was kind of no way that it couldn't last longer than it did.
It really is a labor of love across an entire team, and I think that's what's made the series so
Maybe
special. Ponies are
at the
all
beginning
different,
it
they're all
was.
different shapes and sizes, they come from different parts of
The
world,
later
and they all love each other
seasons,
regardless of
not
what they
so
look like.
much.
I think it's so important to be a part of something that teaches inclusion.
There is no cynicism really. There's not a lot of sarcasm.
Why is it so fast?
It is very sincere.
I mean, it sets a bar very high on so many levels.
To know that it's had an effect on people all over the world.
Oh god, they're even having Lauren Faust here.
It's lightning in a bottle. I'm just glad we have it.
I'm surprised that we got some Lauren. I wonder, are they going to talk to those people that destroyed
The of My Little Pony really started in the 80s with a
Generation 4 as well?
toy line and TV show called My Little Pony.
Pony, My Little Pony. Wasn't it called like My Little Pony and Friends? I have reacted to G1 as well. G1 was very fun. The only problem with G1, in my opinion, was that they had to have a song every 10 minutes.
Hasbro was looking to revitalize the brand, and they were looking for a new creative take on it to sort of modernize it, make it feel fresh, and they found Lauren Faust.
My Little Pony was my favorite toy.
Or vice versa, I think. I think Lauren Faust went to Hasbro with her own idea. Then they gave her
right back into how I played with them.
My Little Pony instead.
To make the show the way I wished that it was.
The new series is more expansive.
Yeah, get that disgusting character out of my sight.
For a lot of audiences.
Oh man. So far they're only showing us the good people.
Watching animation anymore. And so it was a pretty big.
I'm probably gonna get pissed at when I start seeing the names of the new writers and the new showrunners that ruined the show.
Moms who grew up watching My Little Pony could enjoy the show alongside their kids and relive that wonderful experience that they had as children.
Oh, Spike, that looks delicious.
I mean, when I see this, I'm like, man. I just love how it looks, how simple it is.
About Lauren's vision for My Little Pony was the friendship theme, and it was such a strong theme, but it was also general enough that you could pull so many stories.
This particular version was really all about those relationships.
It used to be about friendship.
Part of Equestrian, part of this magical world that Lauren Faust had envisioned.
There's these really relatable, adorable, endearing characters. These characters have flaws.
But Twilight's taking me.
Oh, this episode was called not the Golden Ticket. Fuck, I don't remember. Episode 3 of season 1.
I think this show provides
fucking
everyone with a
classic.
template for friendship.
Very
it
good.
Delves into nuances that other shows don't do.
The girls have evolved over the years. It's not one of those shows where this is someone's personality forever and ever.
What's your name?
Are you girls sure about that? I mean, they regressed a ton in season 8 and 9.
Off so sweet and shy, and she still keeps who she is, but
She learns to stand
later
up for
on,
herself,
yeah.
and she then has that as a personality trait where she's stronger.
Other ponies may be experts in their fields, but animals are my field of expertise. And if I say this is what I want, then this is what needs to happen. Oh, for the animals, of course.
Almost 10 years ago, there really were not a lot of shows for girls that featured this kind of multi-dimensional character that they could relate directly to.
I think one of the things that's really cool about Pony that right away made it stand out.
That's a stupid thing to say.
That it was this weird mixture of really emotional storytelling, big, huge, like Star Wars, Lord of the Rings level mythology, and then Looney Tunes style humor.
Oh god, mixing in the Star Wars shit was retarded.
And that mixture and blend of all those things made it appealing to just a much wider audience than we would have expected.
I think it's a good co-viewership show. I mean, adults can watch it with kids and both can take away what they need. At core, I always think you never write to kids, you write great stories, and that gets viewership. And I think My Little Pony is a perfect example of that.
Our animation team...
The earlier seasons. Now I'm pretty much being a fucking asshole, being like...
plot lines and dialogue that could really
every time they say something, we're like, the earlier seasons, alright? And not the later ones.
Just really positive
all positive things to say.
Really fun
season 1 to 7.
They can see themselves in, and I think for the
Kind of
adult
like,
audience,
do you really want to show this episode? This episode that is absolute trash in the background.
And even though we deal with dark things, we know at the end of the day, like, friendship is going to prevail over everything, and that is a world in which I would love to live in.
You did it! Only because
Except for in season 9, friendship didn't win in the end.
Boys, girls, old, young.
Ugh.
Look at it and see something in it.
I hope you never get a job in anything.
I think
Josh
that it just
Haber.
tells good, honest,
I mean, I don't think Josh Haber and Jim
did
Miller.
a really great job in setting it up. She
Fucking
created
someone
really
else.
strong
I don't think they are the only
characters,
ones
set a really good functional look for the
who
show,
ruined
and then
the show
after she
completely.
moved
I think they have big parts in it, but there has to be a bunch of people that I don't know the name of, and people that are just nameless that helped destroy the show.
That's something that you
I mean, they did a really good job. They must have really tried their hardest to destroy
To get
it.
along with somebody, to still love them.
Hey, Pinky. Sorry I accused you of misjudging Gilda. Looks like I'm the one who misjudged you. It's okay, Twilight. Even you can't be a super
Look
smart
at this.
smart pants
The characters are able to show expressions without over-exaggerating, stretching out their faces to look like humans.
I really thought I had my taste/memory formula figured out, but I was completely and totally wrong.
My favorite part about working on the show is the people that I get to work with. No question.
I'm sure it is. I mean, I would say the money that I make.
That's that. We don't have anywhere near enough memories for your section of the book.
What exactly are you doing back here? Surely you have enough memories by now.
Probably the biggest
I
challenge
mean-
with voicing Twilight Sparkle is that she's often quite wordy.
We are not canceling. It's gonna be okay. It has to be okay. It's been so terrible. So
Oh god. Whew.
And we'll have, 70 lines an episode, and because I tape by myself, I'll be catching up, and sometimes I'll do 5 episodes in a row, and your voice gets tired even if you're not screaming, if it's just you for 4 hours.
At the beginning, when we first started, I would always record Applejack first and then Rainbow Dash second, just so I could keep them separate. But over time, Applejack sort of maybe went through puberty or something. She got a little bit lower in my register.
Yes, she did.
And then Rainbow Dash has always been a little bit higher. There's gonna be cider, squeaky, and I have to clench everything to get her voice out.
The other cast members are incredible because they have.
I mean, the fact that they're able, I think voice acting is such an interesting career to do. Seeing people, or hearing in this, yeah, mostly. Because when you look at them like this, you're like, man, I can't believe that voice.
And then she remembered the time I visited Cheese Sandwich and realized what my life's purpose was.
Pinkie Pie, it's just she talks so incredibly fast.
Isn't this exciting? Are you excited? Because I'm excited.
Because it looks like it's dubbed. It looks like the humans are
Do
dubbed.
a line really, really fast, and and then I'll get the note that no one understood anything that she just said.
First, I woke Twilight up and fed her some of this amazing cake. And then she remembered the time I rescued Ponyville from the Parasprites.
People ask me all the time if it's sped up in post, but it is not.
You were right! This decompression thing is great!
At the times when somebody else is up at the mic, you
I'm just increasing the volume a little.
get to get up there and then tickle their funny bones, hopefully.
So let's do one more time and just a hair quicker on each of those.
As we work on the My Little Pony show, it really is a labor of love across an entire team.
Bullshit.
My current team is amazing, and everybody are just so friendly. Storyboard is not the easiest job. We actually work really long hours. You have to do 900 to 1200 panels, backgrounds, and characters.
There's so much talent on this show.
And I'm guessing you guys probably not being paid that much either, so.
And plussing it like across the board.
Maybe try not to make it feel quite so open, and then I was thinking with this shot.
We're on the writing side, we kind of get the first crack at it, and we try to make the best episode we can.
And also, fuck the storyboard artist. I'm gonna say it out loud if this is the case. I don't actually know it's true. So maybe me saying fuck them might be wrong, but maybe they super exaggerated the storyboard things. So the animators were like, oh, okay, that's what we were supposed to do. Or it's just the incompetence of the animators.
Especially as a woman in this industry.
As a woman in this industry, what are you talking about? Women in the entertainment industry.
Sidekicks. They were also had to be everything to every woman. So they were always really good at sports, but also really good at math, and really smart, and really funny, and really everything. And yet they kind of were with these boy characters who were kind of dopes. And they always ended up being kind of the nag.
It's mostly female characters, and they aren't perfect, and they do fight with each other sometimes. They don't always see eye to eye, they don't always get along, and I think it's like a really good message.
And I think that girls were able to see themselves in these characters in a way that really represented individual qualities that they could relate to.
You actually get to bring your own.
Well, too bad in the later seasons they had to just completely forget everything about the characters to drum up some drama for the episodes. They had to regress them to pre-season 1. Especially Rainbow, which is sad, because Rainbow used to be so good. Rainbow, Twilight, so good.
There's definitely a ripple effect happening in animation.
But no longer in later seasons.
Cartoons are being made with that in mind, having just really awesome female characters.
I'm hoping that we're on the
There's always been awesome female characters. You're no special.
I was the only girl on the storyboard floor. And now our entire storyboard crew is women. I had a meeting one day, every single person in there in a senior role was a woman working on a woman's show for girls. It was amazing.
Okay. I mean, is that why the later seasons are the way they are? They decided... Because did you say when she started, she was the only one, and then later on, everyone was?
We talk about like lightning in a bottle, just like the right people.
Because if that's the case, kind of like, that's not really that good, is it? The show regressed
and it's just really
as more women. I think that's really not that good. I think.
The music that's been written has been epic. Really incredible musical theater style type of songs.
It isn't that I'm ungrateful for all the things that I've earned.
Twilight is a fun, quirky...
So maybe I gave the 3 guys that I'm talking about when I say they ruined the show. Maybe I give them too much of credit when it comes to destroying the show. Maybe those women were a big part of it as well.
I love that on My Little Pony we did some big musical featured episodes, like song episodes.
Yeah, they tended to be good.
They're essentially like little mini musicals, so like 5 or 6 songs in one episode.
Winter wrap up. Oh god, I'm feeling as I'm watching this, I'm like, I just want to bitch and moan about later seasons the more I watched earlier seasons.
Theater storytelling experience. And we've done one of those almost every season, and that's something
I'm still salty about the finale. Fuck. That's why I need, if they release like some specials, I need them to be good.
Actors on this show are incredibly talented singers, which is such a blessing. And so they do get the songs in advance to practice to. They practice at home, they come in super prepared, and we get really down to the details of the performance that way.
Our friendships weave together stronger.
The music process on My Little Pony is pretty similar to a lot of shows. We start talking about the songs very early.
Ah, is she actually the singing voice
planning,
of
like, where can we put some nice feature
Rainbow?
series?
I thought they all had
so that they can animate to the
other people singing for them.
That makes us different, that makes us rare.
I usually start songwriting with a very simple structure, so it'll just be piano, basic melody, and that's enough to send to all the rest of the creative team and have them give their input. And then from that point we start adding the layers, and that's where, you know, we put in more voices and add the orchestra and all the guitars and all the instruments.
It's also nice to hear kind of like from Daniel Ingram, kind of like how he does things.
We've been very lucky on My Little Pony to have these incredibly talented guest stars appear and sing songs. So like we wrote a song for Felicia Day, John Delancey, and this season...
Because I kind of think, was there any good songs in season 8 and 9? Not that I come up into my mind. I kind of like season 7 is through the end of time. This is season 7.
When I was a teenager, I always wanted to be a pop star. When I saw the result of doing...
So yeah, I think season 7 was the last season with good music.
Basically an amazing music video. It's so cool to be a part of it.
So I wonder, was it Daniel Ingram part of season 8 and 9? Gonna have to look at, maybe Daniel Ingram left much earlier and they got someone new.
I don't want it to be over. It's weird.
Well,
thinking about
you have spent a
some of
decade
these
on this.
Song sessions and how I wanted to pull my hair out a lot of the time. And now
Because
I'm
didn't
like,
they start in 2009
never gonna have that
producing this, and then it came out in 2010?
I like that one.
That'll work?
Yep.
My sister and I have ruled this land for quite some time, but even we know that change eventually comes to us all. And though we know it can be unsettling, it's as natural as the rising and setting.
Well, yeah, I actually saw a Fizzlepop Berry Twist right there.
Honor to be able to
Ugh.
end the show properly, not just have it stop.
Which is what you
Give
guys
the
did.
characters and the world a bit of a proper sense.
Alright, yeah, they are actually. So this is weird. If it's true that this was released before the finale, because we kind of saw.
Now that the show is wrapping
What's
up,
her
it's
name?
gonna
Like
be
Queen
over. I
Twilight?
have stockpiled ice cream in my freezer, and I've got some jammies, and there may be some crime.
The thing that I'm the most proud of is that we've been able to reach so many people around the world with our positive messages about friendship, teamwork, and love.
And I can't reiterate enough how
Which were all exterminated in season 9, so it's kind of like.
it's kind of a dream come true.
What message is that? The last season is where all of the good things were killed off in the last episode. Well, not last episode, the second to last. The last, actually the last episode. I'm not counting the epilogue. The epilogue is its own
I
beast.
think My Little Pony will leave a legacy of just really high quality children's programming. I mean, it sets a bar.
Yeah, I actually think the first 7 seasons would do that as well, Daniel.
Characters, and I think that that's something I'm really proud to be a part of, and I think we created something really special.
Yeah, I hope some other shows take inspiration off the first of season 1 to 7.
Next is going to be perfect.
And not season 8 to 9, because if it's season 8 to 9, it's just gonna be more bullshit.
You get to produce a show that hits.
Which is sad, it's kind of like, why does little girl shows have to be bad? Like season 8 and 9.
Surprised.
And that's how Equestria was made.
A show like My Little
Just
Pony
a
is
simple
show that really
joke
comes along, like,
that was
maybe
so
once in your
good
career,
from
and
Pinkie Pie right there.
It's rare to be able to work on a show that amazing for that
She did
long.
not do like some stupid face or anything, but just a simple little joke.
There's a way of telling stories in My Little Pony, and there's a heart that you put into it that you put into every show you do after that. I don't know that it will ever reach the heights of My Little Pony, but it's something that I think we're all going to try and do.
It's so rewarding to be a part of something that's so beautiful. When I watch the show, I just feel so proud to be a part of it.
The fandom was so unexpected. That's going to last and have a long life because it made an impact on so many people.
Every time I look at
And it's also a fandom. I mean, it's a group of fanatics, so just because the show ends,
people all over the world is such a
they're going to
rewarding
keep
thing.
being fanatics.
Ugh, you're gonna cheer for me like that? Louder. Yay.
The thing I'm most proud of about Friendship is Magic, I'm proud that I could make a show for girls that was something legitimately entertaining to watch and wasn't talking down to girls or
Yes.
stereotyping them.
Like season 8 and 9. You set up a good groundwork for season 1, Lauren.
Is an incredible creative steward. She really led the charge in the beginning of Friendship is Magic. Now we have 4 films, music albums, TV specials, and an ongoing digital series on YouTube. And our spin-off series, Equestria Girls, launched in 2013 as a movie. Now coming up next is the new all CG My Little Pony movie, the second one, and we know that everybody is
Oh.
gonna love it.
Oh god, it's gonna be all CG? What?
Stay tuned for lots more My Little Pony content.
Oh god. Oh god. Well, I'm gonna watch it, but that does not bode well. An all CG My Little Pony movie. Oh god. So is that going to be the last G4 or is that going to be G5? Because I know that they were going to do a G5 movie as well, or they were planning on doing it. So it's, yeah, Allspark Animation, a Hasbro company. Okay, yeah. So that was, what was it called? My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, A Decade of Pony. Oh, well, that was depressing. It was good. I would say that was a good little special thing to throw in there. I mean, it did make me go like, man. It made me even more disappointed in Season 8. I mean, fuck. I was just bitching and moaning about Season 8 and 9 this whole fucking video. That's because they are the newest ones in my mind. Well, they are the newest ones. But this was really good because it brought up a lot of memories and made me think more about, yeah, season 1 to 7, especially the first 3 seasons. Like, man, that's good. They were good. They were not talking down to their audience. They were not expecting like, oh, we need to do stupid faces all the time. We need to like over-exaggerate facial animations because we don't need jokes. We don't need jokes in the season 8 and 9. We can just make some animation stuff. Just contort their faces and make them look super stupid. That's super good. If we do that, no written jokes needed. Like the earlier seasons. So yeah, as their ability, I would say that, because I don't think the animation is better, but as their ability to animate got better, and they got way more experienced, and they probably got a bigger budget, the animation suffered for it, because they did not have to be clever anymore. So, that is about... But it was nice seeing Lauren and Daniel Ingram and some of the older people that used to work and be part of this show. I'm surprised we didn't see Amy Keating Rogers, or at least, fuck, I don't remember, but that's very weird to me that we did not get Amy Keating Rogers in here, her and Emmy Larson. I think when I think of My Little Pony, the 4 most important people, it's Lauren Faust, Megan McCarthy, Amy Keating Rogers, and Larson. Fuck, I forgot his name right there. But Larson, when it comes to the good things about My Little Pony. And then I would say Thiessen and some Daniel Ingram, but we got them here, so yeah. This was a nice little send off for Friendship is Magic. It was good. I mean, this little A Decade of Pony by itself was good. And I'm glad that they didn't focus too much on season 8 and 9. I also thought, what was her name? Let's see. Can I mute this? Yes, I can. There we go. Oh, whoops. Wait, I want to see what's her name. Will they show it to me? I don't know. Oh, there we go. Wait. Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm just gonna have to wait for it. But she was talking about storyboard artist Katrina Hadley. Alright, she was part director Equestria Girls. Okay. Well, then she will probably not... Well, maybe. Because when they were talking about this... So, alright. Alright, that's different then. Because she was talking about the whole storyboard thingy and all of that. Kind of like... At the beginning of the show, it used to just... She was the only girl and it was just men. But then later on, it was just girls and no men. And apparently to her, that's a good thing. It is a good thing if the best people for the job got it. I think then that's a good thing. And I also think it is a bit good that they got a bit more women instead of just one. Now, I don't know how many you were there at the beginning. Because they showed us later on, when they have a much bigger budget, they had like, how many, 20 women? I don't know, maybe in the first season, maybe there was only like 4 people, and she was 1 woman and it was 3 guys. Then what she's saying is super dishonest, to kind of be like, oh, I was the only woman out of how many? I don't know. But to me, when I heard that, I was like, oh god, that's not a positive to me, because it used to be really good and now it's trash. So are you saying that as men disappeared and more women got in, that it got worse? But now I see like, oh no, it's the Equestria Girls she's the director of. So yeah, and obviously, so I have been saying for a long while that Jim Miller, Josh Haber, and someone else that I fucking can't think of it right now, those 3 guys, that they ruined Friendship is Magic. And to the point where Equestria Girls is actually better. I would say season 1 to 7, I would say My Little Pony was better than Equestria Girls, but I still think Equestria Girls was good. But season 8, it made it like that. That season 8 is bad and Equestria Girls stayed good. That should not happen. I mean, I'm so glad that Equestria Girls stayed good. So, Katrina Hadley and other people that worked on Equestria Girls, good job. Good job with Equestria Girls right there. you know. But man, the main show should not be shit and the spin-off good. It's kind of like, man, if anything, I would rather the spin-off be bad and the main show good if I had to choose one. I mean, there was a point where both were good, but later on that was not the case.